Psalm 27, and I took care of the S. So we got Psalm 27 here, and we'll continue from there and get everything set up. Guess the color is okay. Fix my collar here. All right. You can see I've got the added text here already colored. So I'm doing that before because I noticed the last video that I didn't highlight that those were added words. YHVH is my light and salvation. Whom will I fear? YHVH is the defense of my life. Whom will I dread? When evildoers come upon me to devour my flesh, my adversaries and my enemies stumble and fell. Through a host encampment, though a encampment was against me. I added the word was. Although, I think that needs to be added. Although a encampment, although they encamped against me, although they, boy, I just seen so much wrong with that verse. I need to, oops, let's do this right. Encamped me. Although they encamped against me, my heart will not, although they encamped against me, the word will cannot hear. My heart was not in fear. I was not in fear. Although the war against me, in spite of this, I will be confident. You're confident because our Creator is with you. One thing I have asked from YHVH, that I will seek, that I may. Here again, the writer doesn't know you can't live in the house that I might dwell by, not in, you can't do that. By, I guess put your house as YHVH, then it would be your house. Now, that does lead to all the days of my life to behold the beauty of YHVH. Well, this is not, you can't do that. No. I'd like to see a Christian explain that sentence. And to meditate in his temple. Can't do that. The guy's got that wrong. You can't. Our Creator called his house for meeting, or his tent for meeting with him. It's very important to get rid of the word temple to house at all times. That because the word temple is used in the Hebrew text as a even though it's being used here as his house, the difference between a pagan temple and if they're trying to make the word temple work for our Creator's tent or house for meeting with him, in a pagan tent or temple, they place an idol of a god and then they come in and worship before him. But that is defining the word temple as a pagan place. When you change the word temple to house or tent, then you know exactly that it's a house for meeting with him or a tent for meeting with him for forgiveness, so you can enter into heaven. In the day of trouble, he will conceal me in his tabernacle. No, this here, see, here they're putting the word tabernacle as, and this was usually a tent. He will conceal me in his, this is just a wrong word, in a secret place by his tent. Okay, now, when I have the word tent, we can't have house. Okay, so now we have the word tent, and now that means from before David, okay? Or David's time backwards for this my head will be lifted above my enemies. Oh, my head will be lifted. Boy, that's a long verse. And I'll offer by his tent sacrifices. Now, see, this person does not understand the difference between an offering and a sacrifice. So this is the problem of people not understanding our Creator made, or our Creator gave them 12 commandments, and if they did not obey them, they needed to make a sin offering. So the 10 or the 12 commandments are actually the sins. Those are sins. And they would bring, the rich males would bring a lamb or a ram to their priest, and they would kill it there and then cut out the meats or the muscles, okay, the muscles. And I believe it would just be the leg muscles and stuff like this, not every muscle or meat of the body or of the animal. But then they would take it in, they would put it on a plate, and then they would take it inside the courtyard to hang it on the hooks for the meats that are on the altar, and then burn the offering, a burnt offering. The sin offering was burnt. Just a second. Wow, I should have hit the button on that one. And so he's got this wrong. And I will offer by his tent. With shouts of joy. Now see, this is, now there is a peace offering, okay? That isn't very well noted, but a peace offering, the text really doesn't reveal how they do the peace offering, but it would be the high priest that makes the peace offering for all Israel. Say if they're going to war and they wanted to offer a peace offering, we learned that when Saul, who is the first king, made the offering, but not at the tent for meeting with our Creator. And then Samuel got mad because the king is not supposed to be making the offering. In fact, that's why some of the reason, well, anyway, before I get off the subject here, but the object is with shouts of joy, I will offer my peace offering by his tent, because this is definitely wrong. But now you know that I'm trying to stick the word peace in here somewhere, because then they would be shouts of joy because he's going to give them victory. And I will sing yes. This is like yes. No. That's just odd, the word yes. I'm just kind of curious right here. On the word yes. Actually, here's a word that's upright, but you can't find it in the Strong's Concordance. But I don't know, I don't have the Greek text to study it before me, so I don't know if that's truly there or not. But Strong, I can see why Strong went right over it, like it's not important and not needed. I will sing praises to YV. When hear YV when I cry with my voice. When I cry out. If I add the word cry out, this hear YV when I cry out. Be gracious and answer me. When you did say, seek my face, my heart said to you, I said to you, your heart does not do that. I said to you, your face I will seek. Do not hide your face from me. Do not turn against your servant. Do not turn from your servant in anger. You have been my help. Do not abandon me, nor, whoops, am I? Okay. Well, I forgot to get rid of this here. Do not, nor forsake me, Creator of my salvation. For my father and mother have forsaken me. Now, why would they forsake him if he's onto our Creator? Teach me your way. Teach him. And if he's teaching and lead me on a level path, well, I guess that would be to keep your feet from stumbling on the, if it's not level, you're charging against your enemy, you're going after him, you're seeking him, so do not deliver me over to the desires of my adversary. Do not deliver me to my adversaries. And this would be an act by our Creator. For false witness have risen against me. And such as breathe out violence. I would have despaired unless I had believed that I would seek your goodness. Wait for YV. I wait for YV to be strong. Well, this is like his instruction at the end for other people. Wait for YV and be strong. Let your heart take courage. Lord, yes, again, I bet you Strong's even went past that one too. No, what happened here? Oh, I forgot to use these two I put them here. I added a header text and I forgot to put these down here, so answer me. Because this is actually this. Okay. I would have despaired. I gotta so we know that this text is not there, and we now know this text was not there. Okay. Boy, I'm drinking water and my stomach is just gurgling. I hope that doesn't come up through too strong through the mic. But okay, let me go over it once more here and then clean it up. Why is my light and my salvation? Whom will I fear? Why is the defense of my life? The YV is the defense of my life. Whom will I dread when evildoers come upon me? To devour my flesh, to kill. When evildoers, I'm not sure if that can be divided. My adversaries and enemies. See, this is almost like added. When evildoers came upon me. Actually, it's his avits when his enemies, they aren't adversaries. Well, I'm going to put this text just to see how it flows here. And by going here and adding these two here for this. Because evildoers, no, that's just singular, and we're looking for when my enemy, let's just enemy came upon me. When my enemies came to kill me. Came to kill me. I think that's pretty much what's supposed to be written, I guess, because the flesh, this says, when my enemies came to kill me, although they encamped against me, they stumbled. Well, I got to get past the encampment here. So, came to, although they encamped against me, my heart was not in fear. My heart was not. I guess the word was not in fear. No, this is maybe is because we can get rid of this because what he's talking about is my salvation. Whom will I fear? Wivy is my defense. Is my defense. Wivy defends my life. Wait a second. Wivy defends. Defense. Defends. I think that would be. Stronghold, fortress. We've used the word fortress before. I know I need to change the word defense to defends. I just need to know how to spell it. Well, that's no help. Defends. Because that's defense. Anyways, this word I need red. I gotta find the right answer here. Yv is my salvation. Whom will I fear? Yv defends. For Yv defends my life. YHVH defends my life. Whom will I dread? When my enemy came to kill me, although they encamped against me, my heart was not in fear. As they rose, as they ward, oh no, that's ED, ward against me. Let's see if there's another word for war here. That's okay. Wait a second. I missed that. I gotta watch this. This is not. That was not a good editing. I guess I went too fast through here. I thought I checked it, so before the next one I got to double check, go a little bit slower. Where is the... let's see, battle. It's used as the word battle 148 times. And the word war 137 times. So battle or war. As they battled against me. I think that's better. It was like battled against me. As they battled against me. My heart was not in fear as they battled against me. I think that's 4 verse 1, 2, 3, 4. In spite of the, well, we know that this is, I can't even use that word. Of this I will be confident. Because of, yeah, this just is not connecting. One thing I have asked from YV. One thing I have asked from YV. That I may always. And I'm going to do dwell to live. I'm sure that word, well, yes, living, remain, settle, sat, settled, setting down, stayed, no, stayed really, but abide, but live 118 times and lived 137 times. Sit becomes the second, or inhabitants is used over 203 times. So what is the one thing here? That's used just one Hebrew word twice. One thing I have asked from Ivy. I'm trying to think, can that be divided into 2? And there's just, this is short. This doesn't seem that short. This was used in 3 or 4 words, 2 words, 2 words, 2 major words. One thing I asked from YV that I will save. I don't think this. One thing I have asked from YV that I always live by your tent all the days of my life. To behold its beauty. I'm trying to think of words that need to be corrected, because this surely is not there. All the days of my life. One thing I've asked from YV that I always live by your tent for all the days of my life, to behold its beauty. And that really isn't true. It's not beauty. To have the favor, I guess it's used as favor 3 times. Beauty, favor, and pleasant. Pleasant is used 3 times. I need to continue here, but this is bugging me. For in the day of trouble. Now it's almost like he's talking to us, like this is separate. For in the day of trouble he will conceal me. No, this is absolutely wrong. And here we already know this, so this is not. But then if he goes back into the verses saying this, one thing I've asked from YV that I might always live by your tent all the days of my life, to behold. I would say this is more true than using these words. So get rid of those. All the days of my life. All the days of my life, even in the days of trouble. I'm trying to replace this by just putting the word even here, even in the days of trouble. All the days of my life, even in the days of trouble. He will hide me. This kind of, he will lift me upon a rock. He will lift me upon a rock. Although that doesn't really make sense. And now my head will be lifted above my. Well, I can't connect it with the other words here. I can connect this here. Okay, let me just put it here as a reminder. And I wanted the word even. And then go up here. Let me get rid of this for right now. And let me just say this needs to be separated. Can I work with, he will lift me upon a rock. lift me above. You lift me on a rock. He will lift me upon. I know it means a stable, unmovable. And now my head will be in the days of trouble. He will lift me upon. If I get rid of the rock, what else? He will lift me up above my enemies around me. Then I will offer my peace offering by his tent. With shouts of joy, I will say. Okay, that. He will lift me above my enemies. And I will offer he will lift me above my enemies, and my peace off by his tent. This has to be by. Oh man, I'm really struggling to see if these are not just two pieces from two different things, and this is getting to where this is going to be a part 1 to a part 2, and I did not know that. He will lift me above, even in my days of trouble, for he lifted me above my enemies. We don't want to forget that that's there. He will lift me above, or he lifted me above my enemies. For my peace offering by his tent. He lifted me above my enemies. For my peace offering by his tent. For my peace offering. Okay. Now you really have to know that there's a peace offering to be able to do this. And this is, and the king would be the one to ask for this. So he wouldn't be doing it. It would be that it was accepted by the high priest to do this. He lifted me above his enemies for my peace offering by his tent. With shouts of joy I will sing praises to. I sing my praises. With shouts of joy I say my praises. I praise YHVH. With shouts of joy I praise. My praises are he's not going to sing them when he's praising our creator. You don't need to, our creator doesn't like repeats. So with shouts of joy, and with shouts with shouts of joy. For my peace offering by his tent. Why be heard when I cried out to be gracious to me? He lifted me up above my enemies for my peace offering by his tent. Why be heard when I called, when I cried out, be gracious. He was gracious and answered me. If you're offering your peace offering at that time, you don't have shouts of joy and you're requesting, so it's not praises. For my peace offering by his tent, YV will lift me above my enemies, for my peace offering was by his tent. YV lifted me above my enemies, for my peace offering was by his tent. Was by his tent. YV heard. I'm going to get rid of these two and see if I can connect. I guess this needs to be yellow because I'm just moving it from here to here. So whoops, it needs to be yellow. That letter. I got so many bookmark or macros. Why have you heard me? When, and it would have been we because he had, what happened is this peace offering is before the people. And so, like the witnessing that the enemy is too strong for them, they need this peace offering to our Creator to help them, and he's doing this plea that in front of the people, or this offering, and done by the high priest. So I'm using the word we here, because they would all been crying out at that time. Why have you heard us when we cried out? Why have you heard us when we cried out with our voices? Why have you heard us when we cried out to seek his face? To seek his face would be to have him, the intent is for our Creator to turn to look to see the problems and to take care of the problems they're having here on earth. But when I'm going down here a little bit farther, and I need to do this real quick here. I need to do a cleanup because I'm seeing the text split here. Be gracious and answer us. But here it would be he. Why have he heard us? Okay, when we cried out, he was gracious and answered us. So, like this, like this. He was gracious and answered us. He did not hide his face from us. Because I need notes. Only 1, 2 verses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2. Because this would be like this then. Lifted me up in peace offered by his tent. Why have he heard us when we cried out? He was gracious and answered us. For we seeked his face. For he let me get back just to here, just to because instead of trying to, I gotta find 4 that will hook together. Do not hide your face from me. Do not turn from your servant in anger. Now, see, this is not what's being set up here. Obviously, I mean, there's a split here. It has to be a split somewhere here, and I'm seeing the split right here. I'm seeing a split. He was gracious and answered us. Okay, we know that this would be a continue, and yes, we could have to keep this verse and then have multiple lines like this underneath. Then it would be the text down here. You see, because I'm definitely seeing 2 here, because up here we already know, I hope you followed through here. Okay, I think it's a good time to clean this up. Let me race through this here, try to see. Seek my face, I said to you, your face I will seek. Then do not hide your face, do not turn from your. You did not hide your face from him, you did not turn. The word you has to be here, because the next one, not that these are questions, but oops, what happened? What happened to that? Oh, somehow I clicked the word all or a, and that needs to be this. You didn't, because if he seeks his face, you did not hide your face from me. You did not turn from your servant in anger. Okay, these seem to want to hook together. You have been my help. You do not, you did not. You did not abandon me. Did not. This verse doesn't seem to want to hook to the top. Maybe these 2 go together. Or forsaken me. You are, whoops. Forsake me, creator of my salvation, from my father, forsake me, but You'll take me up. No, this is, you can't be forsaken after you're praising our creator here. That's just so odd to be stuck in here, and that's what I'm gonna even rely on some of this that I'm throwing out, that it doesn't make sense, or it just says that there's two different stories here. Teach me your way and lead me in a level path because of my foes. Do not deliver me to my adversaries for foes. What does this is? Have risen against me. That's just, unless I had believed in you. Oh, this is odd because what I'm he knows, not that he had believed in you, because he knows our creator. So this word is really stinks. That I would see your goodness in the land of the living. But this is starting to, whoops, get rid of that. I need this before I need this and this. Get rid of this. But I would see your goodness in the land of the living. Wait for YV and be strong, and let your heart take courage. Wait for YV. But see this 3-verse? Oh boy, here we go. 3-verse, reverse, almost 3-verse, 3-verse. Yeah, there's something going on here that just is not making sense. This is not a good word. Lead me in the level path because of my faults. Deliver me. Deliver me. Yeah, I think there would be a verse here because this is not, no, for false witnesses, rise against me. But you can see that, yeah, this here stuff is going to stop making sense here. I think I can say that what we've got here is some good things and some that are just absolutely crapola. So let's copy that, go down to the bottom. And open up a new one. Do this, do this. I don't have it set up. I thought I had it set up. Maybe this is the first one of the morning now. 8 point. And replace all of it. Okay. Now Control A, Control copy. And see what we've got here. Well, I can see there's extra cleanup here, so let me double space to a space, no format there, replace all. Wow, 41 times I would have had to do that. Then again, okay. YV of my salvation is my salvation, whom I fear, for YV is for YV defends. Well, I can't spell here. It's just a blank to me here. Well, let me do this here. How is this done? Let's see. If I go here, I go like this. I think I get a, no, it's going to take too long to load up. How come I don't have, there's my microphone. Defends. Boy, is it that easy? Yeah, it seems like it's that easy. Put the D here, get rid of the E, and put this in green. Nothing. For YV defends my life, whom will I dread? Okay. This here reads really good. Okay. Well, that's that format, and it's going to need a little bit cleaning up, and I'm going to need this because I'm having a hard time saying that this connects, although it depends on the words that are here. He was gracious and answered us. He did not hide his face from us. You did not turn from your servants. You didn't. If I say that this is removed, then these might be the words to go here. So, seek my face. Let me do this here, up here, and then I can get rid of it here. But this text is all different because I'm seeing 3 verse, 3 verse, 3 verse, and this would be, whoops, 3 verse, and maybe even something like that, and then okay, so this needs work, and I'm going to put it like this to remind me. But this down here, this here, I know needs work, but I'm going to say it doesn't belong to this one, and therefore it needs to be done like this, needs to be done like that. Kept, we will, like I said, we're going to play around. I might grab all these verses to see if they can go together and make up one. I don't know if that, or just have to say that they don't belong ever in the text. But the object is that I can pretty much say that this one here is the best of Psalm 27 or Psalm 27, is right here with a little bit more work. And then get rid of my face, and you can have a screenshot of this. And then I will begin to go to 27, and I got to clean up or look over, or 28, and do a little bit more looking over of the words that I missed with the italic. And anyways, that's my work to do. So